Welcome back to the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire postgame. Last time, we defeated the Elite Four rematches, and that's going to unlock something that will be visible immediately when we get back into the game. Well, almost immediately. We have to go down here, and head on outside. Because something will happen. Yep, Professor Birch is in danger again. This will be the third time now. And this time, it's one of the moving Machoke that's chasing him. See the reused sprite holding the moving box? So, we have to grab a Pokeball, but they wouldn't really make us fight a Machoke with a level 5 Pokemon, so this isn't really going to be that much. But we get to pick from the 3 Unova starters. Snivy, Tepig, or Oshawott. Actually, Tepig is the only one of these 3 that I haven't picked in any of my games. The thing is, they have actually released an event that will let you download their final forms with their hidden abilities, so these Pokemon aren't exactly all that important at this point, but might as well get myself a Tepig, because I haven't actually picked one before. Yeah, but because wild Machokes always hold cardboard boxes. So we have Tepig from the Unova region. Yeah, there is, I think, one more time you meet Professor Birch, and then he'll give you the Sinnoh starters. I think you have to beat the Elite Four again. I think that time he's being chased by his wife. Yeah. But anyway, the thing we want to do next, though, is the Moorville Food Court. And I actually have an idea for something that I may want to use there. Although this might be problematic to my other Pokemon. You'll see what I mean once I actually... Well, dodge the birds. Pathless Plain. That sounds like one of the... Yeah, I know there's... I think the Musketeer Trio is there, I think. Oh yeah, by the way, the Suicune, Raikou, and Entei Mirage spot actually appears on mainland Hoenn. It's not on an island or anything, it's actually on the mainland, so... Yeah, just be warned about that. Now, there's an item that I want to pick up from here. I'm pretty sure that we haven't actually got one of these during the main game that might prove useful also while he's there. We'll be dealing with him later. Let's see, what do you give? I hope you have what I need. You don't have what I need. Could actually buy a whole ton of rare candies with the battle points that I have now, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, here's what I want. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Choice specs. I may need one of these. I just want to check if there are any ghost types that we're going to be fighting here. From the most part, it doesn't look like it, although there are a couple of rock types towards the end, but I sort of know how to deal with those. Yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is going for the, Choice Specs Boom Burst. The problem with that is that if I think I am definitely going to have to use my Sharpedo there, who might get completely obliterated by Choice Specs Boom Burst. But I'm probably going to have to practice this quite a few times because, yeah, the requirements for actually unlocking the secret battle in the Moorville Food Court seem to say that you have to beat everyone in one turn. I mean, this is triple battles, but you have to take down 3 Pokemon all in one hit, and from what I've looked up, the first 2 battles like to abuse hacks. The first one has I think a Choice Scarf Pokemon with Teeter Dance, and another one has a whole bunch of Pokemon with Bright Powder and Double Team, so that is just painfully annoying. I might have to equip a couple of Chesto Berries or Lum Berries for... Not Chesto Berries, Persian Berries for the first fight. But I can't really change my items throughout the whole thing. So, this is going to be annoying, and I hate it when I do that. Like I said, I can't promise that I'll do this on the first try, because I probably won't. I might need a bit of practice at this. But if we go into the Moorville Food Court, I hope that the, I think it's the Moorville Ramen Bowl. Oh, this guy! Yeah, I think this is actually the person we're gonna have to battle. Magnemite Croquettes has disappeared. Oh, don't tell me that I have to do that first. That I can't actually get to the Morville Ramen Bowl. Oh, yeah, I have to do this first. Okay, then. I'll see you back here once I've actually done this, then. Okay, now that that's done... Yeah, the third food court counter should be open. Yeah, the Morville Ramen Bowl. Really? Yes, I do. I'm mainly doing it because I have to defeat, this guy, who will battle us if we complete this within turn limit, which basically means we have to clear every single battle here in one turn. That does not sound good. Gonna go ahead and turn my experience share off, and I'm gonna arrange my party like this. I've looked up their Pokemon, and I think it would be best if I had Tuba there, Airhorn in the middle, and Igil... Just trying to think, I basically need as much raw power as physically possible. So, welcome everyone, Future Bing Cliggy here, commentating on the Morville Ramen Bowl Challenge. So we have a buzzer. We have to take exactly 8 turns for 8 battles. Well, actually 7 turns for 7 battles, because that's how you unlock the final secret 8th battle. And every single opponent here is going to be punk guys, or whatever they're called, street thugs. So we get this cool music. But this guy is pure evil. This guy is the reason why I could not do the commentary on this live. He uses a Lilligant and 2 Licky-Lickies, and we have to take them all out in one turn. Yeah, Licky-Licky is bulky enough on its own, so taking out 2 Licky-Lickies in one turn is very, very difficult. The real threat here, though, is that Lilligant, and you're about to see why when the turn begins. So, I'm going to Mega Evolve Igil here, just for the extra boost on Dazzling Gleam. Spread moves are your friend here. Now, you can one-shot the Lilligant with Psychic here, but I found that meant that the other Licky-Licky couldn't be taken out by one Boom Burst, so we actually needed to do this. Now, here is the reason why I hate this guy. That is not just a Teeter Dance. That is a Choice Scarfed Teeter Dance. That is the whole point of this guy. He uses a Choice Scarf to ensure that he confuses your entire field before you get a chance to act. Because of this, it's a pure coin flip whether you win this fight in one turn. This is really irritating. Out of all my 17 failed attempts, only one of them got past this guy. You'd think not hurting yourself in confusion twice in a row would not take as long to get right, but apparently, the game says 2 coin flips is a 1 in 20 chance, not a 1 in 4. So as you can see here, I did win against this guy, but this guy is evil. And I can't stress this enough. And here's the thing, and I'm going to pause for a second just to kind of explain my points here on why this guy is so bad. Street Thug Alfredo, I hate him so much. We don't need courage for this, we just need pure luck and nothing else. See, the thing about this fight is that you could theoretically equip Persim or Lumberries. The problem with that is, they don't help with any of the other 6 battles, so you're effectively leaving yourself with no item slot for the remaining battles in the rest of the entire food court. It's just, you can't win either way. Anyway though, your reward for getting past the first guy is the equally luck-based second guy, Street Thug Barley. This guy uses 3 Swoobats. Why is this so bad? Well, all 3 of them hold Bright Powder. If you miss even one of them due to Bright Powder, chances are you're not winning this fight in one turn. Yeah. Not only that, but if you don't beat him in one turn, his Swoobats also have Double Team. Why is this so bad? Because Swoobat has the simple ability. What does this mean? Double Team gives double the evasion boosts. So if you don't beat this guy in one turn, suddenly his Pokemon have +3 evasion. Yeah. His Swoobats are very easy to take down. Anything on my team will one-shot them pretty much effortlessly. The real problem is, everything I use has a 10% chance of missing, and if that 10% chance kicks in, I can't beat him in one turn. My one failed attempt that got past the first guy failed to this guy because I took down the first two Woobats, and right here, this Boom Burst missed, costing me the entire run. Yeah. This is just not fair! It's not legitimately challenging, it's just luck! And you always fight this guy second, by the way. So, the good news is, once we take down both of these guys, the rest of the run through this place is not nearly as bad. Except for one guy. Yeah, there is one more luck-based opponent in this run. But, the rest of this, it's actually pretty easy in comparison to those two. So, we now have 6 turns left, so basically 5 turns, and we're up against the third opponent. Now, the weird thing is, I looked these guys up on Cerebi. Cerebi.net has the order of these trainers wrong. Yeah, I don't think anyone's brave enough to even research this, because this guy is listed much, much later on the list, but he fought me third in this one. So, this guy is a little annoying if you're using physical-based attackers. He leads with 3 Pokemon that all have the Intimidate ability. The good news is, none of my attackers here are physical, so that is pretty much not going to affect them at all. Now, Arcanine's Intimidate hits all 3 of your Pokemon, the other ones will only hit 2 of your Pokemon. The real annoying thing here is the Scrafty. The Scrafty is the sole reason why I have Alakazam on the far left. Because without Fairy-type moves, Scrafty is very difficult to take out in one turn. So, with Fairy-type moves, it's a total non-issue, but without, yeah. The other thing is that Sharpedo, of course, is really good against both Crocodile and Arcanine, so I have Tuber on the far right. The first time I tried this, I actually had Tuber and Eagle swapped in positions, and the only reason I won this battle was due to a fluke critical hit from Boom Burst. So, yeah, make sure you have a Fairy-type move on the far left to take out the Scrafty. Now, in this battle, I didn't even need Boom Burst. I managed to take out Crocodile and Arcanine with one shot, of Surf, so that was actually pretty much perfect. So this guy is a very nice breather after the first 2 battles. We'll be getting a few more breathers, but, then the next luck-based battle's gonna come. So, we beat him, and our next opponent is, well, we'll just see that 4 turns left. Next opponent is, surprise, surprise, another Street Thug, obviously. So, yeah, his uncle let him have his Pokemon, and today is the day he makes his chair mine. I really hope it isn't. So, this is Street Thug Base, or Bass, or whatever. He, for some reason, his uncle only could lend him just 3 Clefables for some reason. His uncle must really like Clefable or something. But anyway, we have to knock out 3 Clefables in one turn. This battle's not that bad, but Clefable is kinda bulky, so it can be sort of annoying. Also, all 3 of these Clefables have Metronome and are holding the item Metronome, so admittedly, this battle can be a bit amusing if you don't take them all out before they have a chance to use Metronome, but just don't let them. You want to take these guys out in one turn. This is not nearly the toughest battle in this place, but it is definitely, can be annoying sometimes, because as you can see, Clefable's pretty bulky. It doesn't go down to one Alakazam Psychic that's 10 levels higher than it, so we pretty much... Okay, this was really insane. I got a double critical hit here, so that was pretty nice. And I then crit myself, but that doesn't really matter because I took out all 3 Clefables. So let's watch a Clefable domino fainting effect. And so we have this guy down. Guess what? This is the halfway point of the Morville Ramen Bowl Challenge. Yeah, we still have 2 very problematic opponents to go in this set. Thankfully, there is one more breather, but it was a breather that gave me a bit of trouble, weirdly enough. Because I couldn't really, I had a massive dilemma in what to do. You'll be seeing that battle next, I think. Yeah, they were all Clefables, so, yeah, no surprise that you sort of lost there. Yeah, 4 turns left out of 8. We're only halfway through. Ugh. Anyway, this guy here is the last breather that we'll be getting. Street Thug Sawyer, and he sends out Altaria, Tropius, and Aerodactyl. His gimmick is nowhere near as annoying as it could be. Just think about it. He could have had Rock Slide in his Aerodactyl and gone for flinches. I wouldn't put that past them. But anyway, here I actually took a huge amount of time deciding what to do, because I was actually a little worried. My basic train of thought was I could Psychic the Aerodactyl because Aerodactyl is resistant to Boom Burst, so it might not go down in one shot. But if I did Psychic the Aerodactyl, that would be no damage on the Tropius, meaning Boom Burst would have to one-shot the Tropius or I'm screwed. So that was worrying. Not only that, but I was also worried about whether or not Tuba could actually take out the Altaria in one shot of Ice Beam without Mega Evolving, because, well, Altaria is pretty bulky. In the end, though, I think I decided to Mega Eagle and go for the Dazzling Gleam just to play it safe, and then go for the Ice Beam onto the Altaria, and then go for Boom Burst, and hopefully that this would work. Basically, this was, yeah, how the thing was sort of to work, because, yeah, as you can see, it took me quite a while to decide on this. I could have gone for Psychic on the Aerodactyl, but that would mean that I would have to one-shot the Tropius, like I said again, and that's a bit of a gamble. I almost considered breaking out a damage calculator mid-battle just to see, but, yeah, this battle was kind of annoying, even though it is, again, the last breather that we'll be getting. Now, in the last attempt I had of this, I actually had Sharpedo on the opposite side, in which case it was totally trivial. I just, scalded the Aerodactyl and went down in one hit, but this time, I really thought that having Alakazam to Dazzling Gleam the Scrafty was worth more than having the Sharpedo to take out the Aerodactyl, so I swapped them out, and honestly, I think it actually worked out better for me in the long run. Again, as you can see here, it really took me a long time to decide on what to do, because there is a lot of pressure. If you fail to win this in one turn, you have to go through the first two guys again. And believe me when I say I did not want to go through the first two guys again after all that. And again, the first guy with the Choice Scarf Teeter Dance ended my runs 60 times. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, though, it looks like I'm finally about to decide, probably. So, yeah, went for the Mega Evolution on Alakazam here for more damage on Dazzling Gleam. Now, what you're about to see actually had me worried a little bit. And, yeah, I traced a completely useless Rockhead. Dazzling Gleam, as you'll see here, only did about 50% to Aerodactyl. Now, considering that Aerodactyl resists Boom Burst, that had me very, very worried. There was a very realistic possibility that I might not be able to take out the Aerodactyl with Boom Burst, and that would mean I'd have to start all over again, so I definitely didn't want that. Now, this guy's gimmick is basically just spamming Bulldoze to make you all slower. It's really not that bad, because it has no risk of flinching you or confusing you or paralyzing you or anything, so it's not actually going to really change how many turns it takes you to win this battle. And Tuba often gets knocked out by my own Boom Burst, but as you can see here, I actually did take the Aerodactyl out, so oh, that was close. That was really close. That could have gone very badly, but I think I made the right decision in the end. But from here on, no more breathers, because the next opponent is another luck-based guy. Yeah, the next opponent is the last one in this food court who uses luck-based strategies, but this guy is particularly painful because no amount of level grinding will save you from him, unless you have Quick Guard or priority moves of your own. Yeah, you're about to see why. So this guy is Street Thug Peter, as in the bread. He has 3 Whimsicots. They all have Prankster. They also all have wide lenses. What are they going to do? Well, all 3 of these Whimsicots have Thunder Wave. I mean, Stun Spore, basically the same thing. They have Stun Spore. Basically, their entire gimmick is to paralyze your whole team before you have a chance to do anything. As you know, paralysis gives you a 25% chance of not being able to move. If you are unable to move, you don't beat this guy in one turn, plain and simple. So once again, yet another luck-based battle. Fortunately, this is the last luck-based battle, so it's not, if you get through this guy, you probably got this set. I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here and see if I can do some damage with a Dazzling Gleam or a Psychic or something. But Mega Evolving or no amount of level gliding is going to save you, because watch what happens here. Because of Prankster, they all go first. So, you thought you could use an over-leveled Mega Rayquaza to take this on? No, you're going to get paralyzed before you can do anything. Fortunately, though, one of the Whimsicots was an idiot and aimed their second paralysis at Igil. Now, if my whole team had been paralyzed, as you can see, I got unlucky there. Igil was fully paralyzed. and I was worried that my run was doomed. If all three had been paralysed, and if Airhorn ended up fully paralysed, I definitely would have failed this. But Airhorn was not, and luckily, Boom Burst did take out the remaining two Whimsicots, so I did manage to scrape by on this one. But this battle is painful. You could probably have a quick guard user to try and actually block them, but that means you only get 2 turns, essentially, to take them all out. So it's really a trade-off, and a very annoying one at that. So fortunately, though, that is the last luck-based battle in this place. However, that's not the last problematic battle here. This is the last battle before the actual boss of this place. And he can be very annoying, because like the last opponent, no amount of level grinding will save you. In fact, level grinding will actually work against you here. This is Street Thug Rice. He has 3 Imposter Dittos. Yes, that's right, you may have assembled the perfect team to take out all of these opponents in 1 turn. But can you defeat yourself in 1 turn? Fortunately though, these Dittos are at least a little bit lenient. All of them hold iron balls, which means that they will always go after you. So really this battle isn't that bad. Also, Ditto's HP does not change when it transforms. So they all have level 65 Ditto equivalent HP, which is generally pretty bad. Because if their Airhorn had copied my Airhorn's HP, this would be very, very difficult. But yes, I had a bit of a dilemma here. Would I go for the Shadow Ball onto Fake Igil, which would definitely take it out, or would I just go for a Dazzling Gleam? In the end, I decided to go for the Dazzling Gleam, but honestly, I don't feel that may have been the right choice, as you're about to see. Of course, the good thing about Dittos is they can't Mega, so if you have Mega Evolutions on your team, you at least have the advantage against them of having higher stats and not having your stats copied exactly. Also, this is a nice bonus, Tracing Soundproof is fantastic, because it means I don't have to worry about them boom bursting me, or me boom bursting myself. That Dazzling Gleam, though, did way less damage than I expected it would, but that critical hit there might have actually saved me, because with the Soundproof ability, yeah, Fake Airhorn is immune to real Airhorn's boom bursts. So that is incredibly irritating. In fact, I think that critical hit may have single-handedly saved my run. Yes, this entire place is pure luck. But yeah, I was actually really worried that this boom burst wouldn't take out Fake Igil, but fortunately it did. All the fakes are down. That battle is very annoying, because like I said, no amount of level grinding will help you. They copy your stats apart from HP exactly. Again, you might be good, but can you defeat yourself in 1 turn? Oh, whoever made this was sadistic. But we've taken this guy out, and our next opponent, you can't really see here, our next opponent is in fact the Fair Prince himself. And from here, I'm going to get live commentary Big Clinky to take over. So, I hope you've enjoyed this post-commentary session, and take it away, live me. Okay, switching back to live commentary now. After all that suffering and pain, we finally get to fight the last opponent of this. He actually replaces the opponent that you normally fight here. Yeah, for 8 straight wins. In fact, I don't even know why that guy's data even exists, because technically speaking, you'd never even fight him, since you'd only get to him if you did an 8... I don't even know. But anyway, this guy. Yep. Wow. Yes, this guy was the Fair Prince all along. I unfortunately got spoiled on that. Yep, so this guy's quite psychotic for a young kid, and in a way that makes a lot of sense considering just how much of this entire thing must have been invented by a sadist, but anyway, we have to fight Fair Prince Trashy-Man, I mean Trencherman. Seriously, his name really makes me think of the whole, badly translated Crystal, Silver brand. I'm so disgusted with the Trashy-Man. But, yes, as you can see here, his team is like good 10 levels higher than everyone else here. And unfortunately, just like most other people here, this guy is a damn luck cheater. Yeah! Just like all the others, his team is based around using luck-based tactics to make it so you can't win in one turn. His thing of choice is basically using extreme speed combined with King's Rock to make it so that you flinch, and thus can't beat him in one turn. Yep, it's cheap, it's unfair, just like this whole mess. Perfectly fitting. The thing is, I don't really care if I beat him in one turn or not, because really, I've pretty much just wanted to show this guy, and I just wanted to beat him, and I'm pretty much guaranteed to actually win against him. All that really matters is how many turns it takes, so... Right, so on Igil, again, none of this really matters because he's probably going to flinch me anyway, but, do I go for the Dazzling Gleam, or do I just go for something like Psychic? I could try and Focus Blast Lucario, but that may miss, and that would be pretty bad. Or I could go for the Mega Dazzling Gleam strategy that's pretty much been my go-to for the entire thing so far, but I actually kind of want to... You know what? I actually kind of want a Psychic, actually. Air Horn is going to go for the Boom, and Tuba is going to Mega and go for Surf. Again, none of this is really going to matter all that much, because he's probably going to flinch me to death before I can even do anything. Because that's just how things work in the Morville Food Court. Yep, here we go, Extreme Speed spamming. Extreme Speed combined with King's Rock. Yeah. And they're spreading the flinch. Yep, there we go, Igil flinched. And I'm probably unable to do this in one turn. Yep, don't you just love the Morville Food Court? Isn't it just fantastic game design? Don't you just love this place? Really, I don't know why I even did this. This is possibly the worst thing in this entire game. There is literally nothing worse than this. Like, it does not get any worse. It really doesn't. This is absolutely horrible, and I don't know why any of the game designers over at Game Freak thought this was a good idea. The entire thing is a test of luck more than skill. Massively so. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, this place has driven me This place has downright driven me insane, and I will be very, very glad to see it fully done. Oh look, Extreme Speed's faster than my Sucker Punch, thus rendering Sucker Punch useless. Brilliant! Well, at least Sucker Punch works on the Togekiss. Good thing I targeted that and not the others. And this place at least does give some experience, sort of. Yes, you're eating a Focus Blast on principle. Die! I really hope that you actually get the proper victory conversation with this guy, even if you don't beat him in the turn limit, because if you had to beat him in one turn as well, honestly, I am rage quitting this place. I really don't think there's anything else to show here. Yep, I'm completely team killing my own team and I don't care. This place is just evil. Pure evil, and I just want it to die. And we have defeated the Trashy-Man. What? Wow, that guy's creepy. So, they're gonna say it was one turn too slow. But yeah, again, just like most of the other trainers here, beating Fair Prince Trencherman in one turn, pure luck. Nothing more than pure luck. But hey, at least we actually get a conversation with him. But now we finally get his sort of backstory. I'm really glad that you actually do get this, even if you don't beat him within the turn limit. I'm actually really glad, because if you did, honestly, I was not doing this again. This place is just horrible, and I'm glad it's over. Yeah. So, we get the title of Fair Prince. And that was the main reason I wanted to show that, because we actually do get to fight an extra trainer with a somewhat interesting backstory. Still doesn't really justify just how... okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now, and this is going to sound really bizarre to all of you watching this, but seriously, this place is worse than the Battle Maison. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's worse than the Battle Maison. The Battle Maison may have a few luck-based trainers here and there, but at least you're not guaranteed to run into them. Here, the very first battle is pretty much a pure coin flip and nothing else as to whether you get it or not. The second battle is also essentially a coin flip, and then you have the Whimsicott Paralysis guy, who is, again, another coin flip, and then you have beating Fair Prince Trashy-Man in one turn, which is also a coin flip. I really hate challenges in games that are more luck than skill. I mean, at least when they go as ridiculous to it as this. Like, in this, the opponents are deliberately trying to waste your time with luck spam. Deliberately. It's not even accidental, it's the designers specifically put these trainers in the food court. They specifically put a Choice Scarf Teeter Dance user as the first opponent. It's just... Anyway... Next time we'll be taking on, hopefully, an actual fair challenge. The last real challenge in the game, and hopefully one that's a lot more satisfying than this was. I'll see you then for the final part of Alpha Sapphire.